we go. Cool. Hello everyone, hope y'all are doing well. It's been a hot minute. Happy holidays, blah blah blah, all that fun stuff. I know it's been like way before Christmas since we last talked, but again, hope the holidays have treated you guys well. And it's been a lot going on. We'll touch on it here during this little short hop, but here we are, guys. I've missed this thing. Oh my gosh, Flysimware's Learjet 3.5. This is this aircraft's second foray into the flight sim world. First got acquainted with her back in P3D, and I logged all kinds of hours in this thing. So I'm so excited for this trip, guys. It took me a little bit to get somewhat reacquainted with this old girl, but hey, we'll figure it out together. Anywho, it is windy, it is cold. We are in Buffalo, New York. Short trip over to Roanoke. We got the organ transport delivery of definitely a very underutilized underutilized operations in the flight sim world, although no, they definitely don't get the notoriety that they deserve, since we all are familiar with airline ops, but when we're, heaven forbid, we're in need of these guys, they are definitely out there doing their thing. So shout out to them for sure. We'll dive in this guy and end it. So we are in this very very tight flight deck, so won't waste too much time here. I brought up the tablet. Right now we are empty. Unfortunately, this is not a medical carrier. We'd if it was, but maybe one day. Alright, let me get back in here. Let's go ahead and get us a load going. So again, we're going from Buffalo, New York to Roanoke. That's about 370 miles. So pretty short trip. We won't go. We won't hit the ceilings here, which in this girl is like 450. It's a service ceiling. So we got a crew of 2. Today we'll stick old John here up front, and then we'll stick, I don't know, we'll throw Dorothy there, and then we got old Rick sitting right here. And let's put a little Cindy Lou back there, and along with some bags there for the trip out. Alright, it's pretty good as far as gas. So our alternate is going to be Charlotte. We do have some approach options into Roanoke. We can shoot an RNAV approach. It will be very busy, but it can be done in this airplane. However, preferably I would love to have an ILS. Given that we are flying a 2-person aircraft into possibly IMC condition, we want to utilize the best approach that we get. Flexibility. So let me pull up something real quick. Yes, so we got the ILS 3-4. Awesome. Let me back in there. Cool. All right, let's get some gas in here. So this guy only feeds the engines through the wing tank, so we need to make sure those guys are full. Second, the tip tanks. Third is the fuselage tanks, but I don't think we'll need that much in there. We'll throw just a smidge in there. Or cruise altitude, we'll do 310 today. Nothing freaking crazy. Alright, so look at all that did. Cool. I think we're all loading here, so we'll go ahead, give them a brief. Alright guys, sit back, shut up. We'll get you there to get some windows open back here. No Rick is going to be. Actually, we'll move Rick. I'll move Rick here shortly. We'll send you Lou back there on her tablet with some hooch. And then Dorothy. Like, man, gonna hate the assurance bill on this one. Alright, so he's just like, leave me alone. Alright, I'm gonna move Rick, when Rick's gonna be Jake. Y'all can tell I'm having way too much fun with this. Alright, we're ready to go. Alright, so to shut the doors, we actually need battery power because there's some parts of the door mechanism that are electrically powered. And we'll leave the hydraulic pump on right now. While we're doing that, we'll let everybody know that the airplane is powered up by that light. We'll go ahead and get, what do we say, guys? 310? We'll get 310 in there. Alright, let's work on this door. So, it can be very confusing, even I have messed it up several times, but what you want to do, you got to be kind of careful of the quick spots. This is early access, so there's still some tuning yet to be done. Just gotta help with that click spot. There we go. Alright, there we go. We'll close the bottom first. And you'll see the latches come into play here shortly. And then we'll shut. Close this guy. Let's see. Come on, don't be weird. Don't be weird. That could be. Let's see. And you can definitely tell it's sequenced. Alright. Definitely tell it is. Telling you how I still fight with this thing too, so. Alright. Yeah, it should be the bottom, and then you shut the top, but I think it's one of those, I honestly think it's one of those bugs, because I run into the same issue as well, but never fear. We'll do this here and shut it via the tablet. There we go. But just to kind of go over the door functionality real quick. So what's supposed to happen is you want to lift this guy, and you'll see how it kind of opened up there. So what you'll do, you'll come down here, pop this guy open, and then once that animation completes, then you can come down here, and then you can let's see, kick it open. Not kick it open, you guys don't. But I think the click spots need to be tuned, truth be told. So that's how you do it there. Let's see, so close the bottom and close. There we go. That's how it's supposed to work. I think we're missing it. All right, now that that's latched, we want to use the claws to kind of cinch the door in. And once we cinch the door in, we can close the latch, and actually you can, I believe, bring that back into the default position, but you don't see it pop open because that's latched. So we're good. See, guys, I told you this is an ordeal getting this pro going, but it's so much fun. All right, so let's get some power. Fairly simple to get this guy going. Not difficult at all. First things first, we'll go ahead and turn this hydraulic pump off. We'll go ahead and get the beacon light on. We'll make sure we are clear both sides. And let me double check, making sure. Let me leave the inverter thumb on, but I like leaving those off from my old clothes. They'll sign on, and make sure we're clear on the right. We'll go ahead and start right engine. About 12% is what we're looking for. About 12% or so. And once we get that, go ahead and click her up. And also I've got a light off there. Fuel flow is coming up there. There are 2 needles here. Oil pressure looks good. One's coming up. Oh, she's pretty. She's pretty. Alright, once that light comes off, then once we'll get this light off here, we can connect the right generator, which is done by doing that. Alright, and so we'll go ahead and get the primary inverters on. Let those get going. And while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and clear ourselves on the left. Power left engine. And click about 12%. Give a number, but really you just want a nice cool start, but at the same time you don't want to, just like you're starting in your car, you don't want to leave the starter going constantly, right? You know, so you want to get as high as you can, but not have the starter running as not having the starter run super long. So, but it looks like we got a light off there. She's nice and happy. Light's coming off there. We'll wait for that guy to come off. Alright, let's get some avionics action on here. Let me take a look at our CG. Where are we at? Alright, so we're about a little forward-ish. So we'll go ahead, image. Oh, gotta get that on there. There we go.
System test okay.
Alright, so I am using the TDS version. Get my PDOs on also. I am using the TDS version. So we'll have to manually get this guy in. So bear with me here. Alright. Over here in signature, but I'll look at something real quick though. Make sure the winds ain't flipped up. Alright, cool. So we're going to be looking for 2-4, which is drum roll. that a little better there, Charlie? Let me know, man. Our brake check. Brakes are good. Go ahead and set the window there. Whoop. Alright, let's see. Aircraft movement area. Do not proceed without clearance. We're gonna assume we got that. Alright, let's see. Now I think we can kind of roll the engines back because must have been a heel or something. But yeah, she's moving now. Alright, make sure we're clear left, clear right. Alright, so we're crossing Delta. Should see Delta 3. There's Delta 3 there. Alright. Okay, and then we're gonna make a left here. Gotta make sure we're clear on the right. Alright. And again, those of you guys just coming in, welcome aboard. Thank y'all for joining the madness. Alright, should be on Delta, and then we're looking for Alpha here shortly. How you liking it so far? Man, what's going on, Steve? Hope you're doing well, brother. Man, this is probably one of my, and even in P3D, this was one of my most favorite aircraft on the sim. So I am just absolutely elated. Even in early access, it was very, very polished for it being early access. So man, I'm just like, I am a kid in a candy store, Steve. Not gonna lie, bud. Not gonna lie, my friend. Alright, let's go ahead and arm the reversers as well. Let's see. So as soon as we cross 2 tree, we need to make this left. Whoa, you guys see that hill? Holy cow. Alright, so there's Alpha 3. See you, Steve. Loving it. Like that. There we go. Alright. Get my DG here. Level ground. Get my DG. I mean, not my DG. There we go. Buffalo is hilly. Holy cow. That's no good. All right. Wingage there. Man, just gorgeous. Holy smokes. She is very, sounds like a smoke detector battery. Man, I know, right? Yeah, I think a lot of people reported that, but apparently they say it's something, I don't know. She gets even noisier once we apply power. I think that's because she's about, what, 40, 50 years old? Oh, man. Or like somebody stepped on like a squeaky toy or something. Alright, let me get 230 in the box there for our heading, so we'll depart Just to brief the takeoff real quick, we'll depart, we'll fly runway heading, and then we'll just kind of vector ourselves how we need necessarily. The biggest thing is we want to try to get the airplane as, able, because again, we're flying it with just us. So I'm gonna put our N1 in there as well. 120. We'll start flying, so that's the plan there. We got flaps 8 dialed in, and we won't delay, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get the ignition on. We'll go ahead and get the landing lights on, and then we'll go ahead and get some strobage and send it. All right, sweet, 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 sweet. Yaw dampers on. Yep, we're gonna need those. Because things happen that's one of the deals with this guy. Things happen really, really quick. All right, so 2 trees verified. We're clear. Pumps clear. Runway's clear. Clearance received, and we got that wind, and she's moving. Look at that windsock. Ooh, that sucker's stiff. All right, we're gonna come in with a little correction for sure. Definitely depart with a little correction. One thing to keep in mind with the wing tanks, there's about 24 inches of clearance from it and the ground, so we don't have a whole lot of leeway as far as roll wise. So want to make sure we are vigilant on that. And yeah, so got some correction in there. All right, let's send it. Little set thrust and stable. Send it. Thrust stable, adjustments and limits airspeeds alive. There's 40. It's gonna happen quick, y'all. There's 100 there, and 120. We're flying. Ooh, that wind! Holy cow! Positive rate here coming up. Alright, there, come up on 200 there, roll the power back. Let's see, flaps up. And actually, we can go ahead and arm nav mode there. Alright. Go ahead and pitch for about 230, 240. And we're going to set our turbine temperature there to about 800. Or 800-ish is what we're looking for, as close as we can get it. You'll see that speed start to kind of come up. Alright, give them a match a little bit, and we're going to lock that in and get the trim out. And I'm literally flying this thing with my fingers. An amazing flying airplane, and she screams, absolutely screams. All right, that's turn that mode off real quick. There's another way you can adjust your attitude and your pitch as well. You can utilize the they call it the pitch barrel. You can utilize that as well. And you'll just hit IS mode or vertical speed. So let's say we wanted to keep about 3,000. We'll pitch for 3, and it's gonna try to hold that the best it can. Alright, I'm gonna give it to Otto and let Otto do his thing. Alright, let me work on the climb checklist here. Ignition off, landing lights. Definitely need to make sure the cabin is climbing. And we're planned for 31, but we'll go ahead and set the control to 32. And yeah, it's complete. So, and again, we're want to look for about 800. There we go. And as you work the throttles, you'll notice that the engines don't necessarily align. That is the thing. Anything multi-engine outside, you know, depending on one engine, may have a little more time on it than the other, maybe a little more worn out, may run a little hotter. So you kind of have to, you know, adjust for that, right? And that's transition up to, we'll go ahead and get to that there, to the altimeter. Sweet, there we go. But yeah, I mean, just amazingly well behaved for the performance. This guy's like, yeah, totally sending it. Love the sendage. I was like, man, yeah, I'm about to come with this build. She's like, you're okay. I'm telling you guys, I have way too much fun in here. Way too much fun in here. Alright, let's get up front there. So we're, like I said, we're set up pretty good now. We're coming out of 20,000. She starts to kind of, the performance starts to kind of fall off around 3.30. Then you start really kind of having to get that cruise climb going, but it's, I mean, it's still, even then, it's still no problem getting to, especially if you're light enough to get into 450. A lot of times I'll daggone that look like. But yeah, really straightforward. Like I said, we're completely hands off right now. We can make some adjustments as well if we need to increase our rate, decrease our rate of climb. We can, but if we want a little more speed, we'll just utilize this here. This is probably my only gripe. I wish there was a little more custom coding involved to get this to work as natively as possible without having to use like BAD or FSU IPC. That would just be phenomenal. And also this button here, I'll tell you guys about this button. So this button also serves as a nose wheel steering button. It has to be depressed, right? I have been utilizing this, and no, there is no native keybind in 2020 to bind this to anything. You got to go outside of 2020. To me, it seems as if it is a early access type thing. You know, he's working on other higher priority items. I totally get that, but as right now, we either, you know, hand clicking this, or you got to use some sort of X's and O's, or Cheerios, Fruit Loops, whatever you call them, and yeah. So, but aside from that, I mean, that's probably the only really real gripe I had. Alright, should come up on 310. Gonna get this yoke out of the way. Let's see. So we're planning. We're planning tree 4, I think, in Roanoke, which has the ILS. So we'll go ahead and go in here and we'll load the procedure and just get that ready. It's going to ask me for, let's see here. Alright, cool. Yep, look bridge. Not approved GPS, we know. Go ahead and load it. Sweet. Alright, so we're about to cross Jamestown there. Yeah, just the modeling is just freaking phenomenal. They did mention that they're going to adjust the pilot models. That's probably us hitting tree 10. Yeah, that's us hitting tree 10. She will do point. I know for sure she'll do comfortably like 0.78. We'll kind of see there in the barber pole also that 0.8 is about the quickest you want to go in her. Let's hit that wave view. Man, that's amazing. And don't quote me, I think these guys, I think the wing tanks, they hold 1,200 per side. I believe so. I think it's 1,200 per side. Alright, let's see here. Past about 0.75-ish, 0.77, and we'll roll the engines back and let them kind of do this thing. Come out, bat sim, we'll throw something in there wherever it bothers me. There we go. See if we can pour the coals to it before the kiddo wakes up. Alright, there's 0.75. We'll start easing her back there. And again, there's no auto throttle, so it is a bit of finessing. But I think that's probably the biggest thing I've seen in the discords or whatever is how the pitch modes are handled. A lot of folks I guess there's a little confusion, and on top a manual has yet be released on it. You can find the old P3D manual, but there's no current 2020 manual as of yet. Again, it's early access, so they didn't really do a very good job on ensuring that we as users understand that it's not the typical auto flight system that we're used to. It doesn't know how to take an input like 1,200 foot per minute and convert that into performance. So the only thing it does is essentially holds whatever performance we ask of the airplane. So if we're pitched for 2,000 foot per minute and we hit vertical speed mode, it's going to hold. It doesn't know it's holding 2,000 foot per minute. It just knows that this particular pitch, this is what it's holding, and just so happens to be 2,000 foot per minute. So yeah, that's probably one of the bigger quirks or whatever. Not really a quirk, but just a characteristic of the airplane that we just gotta come to grips with. But I mean, aside from that, once you make a few adjustments from a cruise perspective, I mean, you're outside. You can do what you need to do. Go run, grab a sandwich, or whatever. Come back. It's not gonna be tumbling out of the sky. Now, if something changes with the environment, let's say you get a wind shift or something like that, you start getting more of a headwind, and your indicator starts creeping up there, then yeah, you're gonna have to react, obviously. But I mean, aside from that, she's actually really, really stable. There's supposed to be some more textures coming along, so that is on its way. This is from a long gone age. This is like from the early Learjet days, Learjet 2.5 and all that, 2.4. They actually had a drag chute before reversers became a thing. These were added on after the fact, so the early Learjets did not have reversers. So, little fun fact. But I mean, even in its current state, the panel is really, really well done. I really wish this thing would go. I would have much rather saw another 750 here, as in the P3D version. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the P3D version from back in the day. It had the option to have two 750s here. Like, I would have been just tickled to death to have that, but it's what we got, so it's all good. Let's see here. Of course, we can open the door. You guys seen the cabin. I'm not a big cabin person, but cabin. There are some cabin-like controls here that actually do something. No lab or anything weird. Man, that guy looks like somebody I know. Wow. No lab or anything crazy. Yeah, just a really nice, well done cabin. And again, early access. Just saying, early access. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Every now and then you do gotta kind of check, see where you're at. Alright, she lined out a pop about 0.7, 0.74, 0.75. That's cool. We're not just big hurry. Then shut that door, close it. Lighting controls are on the side there. Set of controls for each side. This is a map light, and it does function. You can move it up down, whatever you need. Controls are there. No circuit breakers, but honestly, how many freaking people use that? You know, how many people, you know, pull breakers? I don't know. I'm that guy, but you know, hey. But yeah, I mean, again, you know, nothing crazy. You know, it's not an Airbus 320. You know, it's not gonna do a whole bunch of stuff for you, but it will work with you to get from point A to point B. So, let me go here. I know we guys kind of seen the tablet a little bit, but we'll dive a little more into it. So you do get a little bit of weather information there. So we kind of got like a 12 knot wind right on the nose. But get some basic weather info here. I can see Mark from Flysimware adding. I know on the 414 he added the cabin comfort thing, and that I'm pretty sure. You know, that might be on the drawing board, not sure, but you know, you can control the window shades from here. The clackers is the I'm not sure if you guys heard it. Well, of course y'all heard it. This thing's freaking loud. You can disable that. N1, N2 clackers. You can hear the ticks of these instruments here, and that's what that is. Some folks complain, so he was like, you know what, if you want to turn them off, boom, there you go. What else here we're missing, guys? Let's see here. What else we're missing? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. You know, nothing too crazy at all. You know, really just what you need to do. Get a solid flight in. You can brighten it up, dim it, wherever you need to do. Just given sometimes this kind of this gets in the way for me. So I'll stow it. Get that out of the way. So we're pretty close to Morgantown. 134 miles out. So we'll be starting our top drop here shortly. Like shortly. Let's see. All right. So let's go ahead and start playing this top drop. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So 6,500 foot. Tell you what, I'm not sure if we can do this on TDS. I know you can on the PMS. We'll see. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we can't. Let's go ahead and see if I can. Let's go here, and let's do this. Let's do. I need to put. Okay, well, final approach fix going to be at that. We'll save that, and that should, in theory. And we might have already passed it, but that's alright. But where we at? We're at. Alright, got a ways. Alright. Take a call, guys. I will be right back. All right, you guys deaf yet? Good. Yeah, still got a little ways to go. Man, they should have given me a top of drop though. However, one more time. However, hold on, let me let's see something here. That's airspace. Oh, VNAV unsupported, that's right. I have noticed that. So the TDS, I don't really think I had the issue with the PMS. The TDS GTN 750, for some reason, you're going to be on the ground with these samples before I get too close. Man, I don't know. Because I was looking to see if I can get some VNAV info, but the TDS, for some reason, and it's only with the 3.5, it does not want to play well. Like, you can't do the calculations for some reason. So hopefully the guy at TDS knows about it, and he can get that resolved. That's pretty sweet. That. I'm actually going to protocols do it here in a little just a little bit, see if we can get 0.75 out of her, and then we'll start that descent. Let me see if I can try user defined waypoint. Let's see. We can do temporary. We're gonna call it row. Oh man, what is wrong with me? Alright, so we'll create that. Let's see, did it stick? Let's see. Insert after. See if it's stuck. Yay, we'll put that in there. And then we're gonna say we're gonna want to be at 8,000. I don't know. Let's see, Stalker. Let's do 10,000. Yeah, let's see if it took that. Well, Bob's your uncle. There you go. We got 10 grand there. So what we did a user defined waypoint. And we basically, what we did, we just created a waypoint and said, hey, I want to be there at 10,000. So, what we did. All right, cool. So we got some sort of, now you can do manual calculations, blah, 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 but hey, we're in 2023, right? So everybody's using, you know, technology. Or, you know, we can pull out the E6B and do it as well. All right, so yeah, we're looking pretty good there. And almost broke sound barrier, but that's all right. Nah, I mean, we're good. Yeah, pretty close. We're good. We're doing like 0.77. I think I actually did accidentally hit the B key. I rolled the power back in just a little bit. But yeah, man, there's been a lot going on though, guys, as far as releases. Freaking PC-12 release, did freaking A300. I hadn't even dove in that thing well yet. I think I did like 2 flights on it yesterday, and it was nice. I don't know, guys. To me, just I still, it's, I don't know, airplanes, especially heavy, still don't feel right to me in 2020, and Don't knock on 2020, but just, I don't know, they don't feel weighty, especially on the ground where you stop and that rocking sensation you get when you stop. And it's just, you know, I can imagine it's just pretty hard to do with Microsoft Flysimware. So, but aside from that, it's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. So as far as the descent, how are we going to handle the descent? So handle the descent. I hope I said that right, but and handle the descent. There you go. All right, it didn't sound right to me. But anyway, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and dial in 10 grand. Let's dial in 10 grand. We'll put in altitude select. Now what we'll have to do, we'll have to unselect. If it doesn't automatically select, I think the last narration they did automatically select the vertical speed thing again, but for whatever reason. But anyway, we'll do Alt Cell, and then we'll use the barrel or our trim wheel and our controls to dial in what vertical speed we want, and then we'll hold that. We'll say, hey, this is the vertical speed we're at. This is what I'm flying. Hold it, and the autopilot will say, awesome. Hopefully. That's the plan, at least. So that is where we are at. Got the approach for the most part briefed. I should have showed you guys. We'll go through it here on the 750. So we'll go to view charts. There's Roanoke, very small airport. So we'll be landing on. Oh, I can't see, and I gotta put on my virtual glasses. Let's see here. So we'll be landing on 3-4, and if I can dial this. There we go. So we'll be landing on 3-4. Their approach course will be. Approach course will be 336, ILS, we can, we'll do all that, which is already in there. Let's see, here, landing distance is going to be about 5,010 foot. Alright, missed approach, we'll do a climbing, climb to 210, 2100, then a climbing left turn to 5,000. Alright, so we'll basically end up on like a probably left downwind. We'll probably end up on like a left downwind and zoom back a little bit here. Look at the what we got going on. Let's see, so 5,700 feet is the altitude of note. Want to try to, we can't stay above that until we about to hit that final approach fix. So, but yeah, that's what we got going on there. And once we get closer to the terminal area, we'll actually go to heading mode, and we'll just tell it to, hey, fly this heading, and get ourselves vector, get everything nice and stable, and then we'll set ourselves up for the approach. Weather. Why do we know about weather, right? Cares about that. Go back to airport info. So weather right now, the winds are out of the northwest to 8 knots, visibility 10. Got light rain going on right now. Overcast 4,200 feet. So yeah, it should be good. The winds definitely died down a lot, so that's nice. That's nice, and we're above freezing there, but might run into some, might run into a little icing on the way down, but we found we got a hot wind, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, any questions? Questions? Oh man. Crossing old Morgantown here, getting pretty close to that top drop, fellas, so we'll see see how we did as far as our planning and then and what's the field elevation? Because I got to set the pressurization controller. It's not automatic. Dang it. Dang, it's not automatic. Let's see.
Vertical track.
Oh, yeah, this morning. Alright, yeah, so 1,100 feet. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to roll the power back. Roll the power back and layer line out. Alright, now we've done that. This is when I like having that two-person flight deck. It's really just awesome. Any shortcut fit in the worst way. Okay. Alright, so we're going to alt cell that thing. Deselect this first. And then we are going to add just a little bit of time. You want to make your little input on the trim, layer line out, see what she gives you. Just kind of keep working her down. There we go. I'm going to do about $2,000 a minute. We're not going to fill it in the back. And then once I'm like satisfied with what I want, I'll go ahead and alt cell that thing and hit VS. Boom, Bob's your uncle. There you go. And we're just going to monitor that. We should get some rings. And what do you know it? It'll put us about, well, about right there is where we'll end up. So we'll just keep flying this. Or while now that this guy is nice and happy and the airplane's nice and happy, we'll go ahead and notify the folks in the back. Put the tray tables up and get ready for a landing. Then we'll come over here. And there is a chart for this guy on the conversion. I don't remember it, don't quote me, but we want to go like plus 500 feet, so like 2,000 foot. There. But there we go. Oh. Jump outside for a minute. Man, Jesus, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the wing tanks. I don't know, y'all. But it's just something about the 3.5. Man, don't get me wrong. Like I remember coming into Flight Sim where, like, you guys remember the on the cover. I think it was like Flysimware 98 where you saw the Learjet 45. Even then, I was always had an affinity with the 3.5. Hey man, how you like the Lear Blue? I love it, man. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. I know the chat's laggy, so I'm just going to reply to you. There you go. But yeah, I flew the snot out of this thing in P3D. So Mark from Flysimware, and again, like as I said on the first part of the, what's this thing called? Stream? There you go. Oh, the first part of the stream kind of gave a little brief history on it. But yeah, this is Mark's second iteration of the 3.5. The first one was in P3D, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I put so many hours in that thing, it was stupid. Then he also introduced the freighter variant, so you can load that thing up with boxes and do AirNet ops. I actually had a couple friends who actually flew for AirNet, so I was pretty familiar with some of their routing. I think they do a lot of work for Cleat Air now, but yeah, so yeah, tons of hours in this thing. And when he hinted, we had him on the show not too long ago, and he hinted that he was working on something in maybe a 3.5, and I was just like, oh, please 3.5. And so finally, yes, we got the 3.5. As soon as I seen the early access, I'm like, screw it, screw the old, or screw it. I'm going to go ahead and go get it, you know, because we're all, you know, some folks are pretty worried about, you know, early access, and I totally understand it. But I knew, you know, knowing Mark, I knew he was going to come correct. So it was definitely a no-brainer. No-brainer for me, and I'm glad I did it. I mean, even day one I picked it up, and you know, there were bugs. Not gonna lie, y'all. I mean, you know, there was definitely some bugs, and still are, you know. But he's very, you know, he's very tenacious in the updates. Very, you know, I mean, you know, getting updates in like 2, 3 in the morning. You know, so I knew he was going to get it, you know, get it lined out. And even now, we're on like the 3rd iteration, I believe, and it's already just, I mean, it was good. You know, it was good even when I picked it up, but it's just phenomenal now. So I'm indeed having a blast with it. I saw your video, Boo, and it's just phenomenal, man. You did an amazing job with her. Shout out to you, my friend. And then I was talking to another friend of mine, and she's a handful, but it is rewarding where you pop out of the clouds there, and she's just clinging to that ILS like a babe on a teat. And it's just something to be said. It's a sense of accomplishment. You know, when you're able to take an airplane that's essentially designed to be flown with 2 people. I mean, you gotta have 2 people to. I mean, it would be one of those situations where you would have to smoke a cigarette afterwards, because it is a handful flying this thing, even in the sim. And again, I couldn't even imagine trying to fly this thing single pilot, you know, real world, you know. So yeah, I love it. It's so fun to fly, very rewarding. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, once you get the hang of its little quirks and nuances, I mean, it's just like any other airplane, right? You know, not taking anything away from any of the other developers, but you know, me coming up in this era, you know, still seeing these aircraft out, you know, out and about. It was really nice to see them release this one. So looking forward to, you know, more improvements. And you know, congrats to, you know, Mark and the Flysimware team. And he has a heck of a support crew out there. I think there's several real world Lear 3.5 drivers floating around there, providing tips and tricks and stuff on, you know, as to how to tame this beast. And so yeah, it's really cool to, you know, hear it from the horse's mouth, I guess you could say, as far as, you know, hey, how to operate this thing. Oh man, Blue, you took the words right out of my mouth, my friend. I was it's extremely special, man, to see it. I mean, we, you know, how long have we been in 20? And again, it's not taking anything away from the other general aviation aircraft in 2020, but you know, how long have we been wanting another business jet, you know, and for the platform. And you know, it's, you know, I love the CJ4, you know, love the Longitude, but you know, and this is just Johnny talking for a moment, right? For me, I get glassed out. You know, and it's the same thing in real world, you know. Really, Garmin almost just like the standard. Yeah, you got Collins kind of in the background there with the Proline series, but for the most part, Garmin's like the running standard. So I know, I guess you can kind of say I kind of get Garmin out, but then running Garmin Pilot, I guess I kind of, I don't know, can't really get away from it, right? But you know, I was kind of hoping for something a little different, you know, something a little, you know, non-standard, you know, for the amount of offerings we have, right? So you know, he dropped this thing, man, I'll tell you, it was like a breath of fresh air. I was probably like, that made my whole day, you know. I was just like, you know, hey kids, how's it going? You know, but yeah, it was really cool to see it for sure. And we're coming up on 10 grand pretty quick there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and get the ILS active. I'm gonna go ahead and dial my course in that we're gonna need to fly the approach. So we're gonna go back over here and view charts. Now this is where, like, dang man, I really missed the Jeppesen plates from the PMS, but you know, these, you know, the cheaper version that gives you the same exact thing. I don't even think, I think a lot of the folks now, when they get their instrument, I think a lot of them go in with the Jeppesen plates. I don't even think they even bother. You know, let's maybe let's just it's a CFI specific thing, but me personally, I think it is really advantageous to learn the government issued plates first, and before you kind of get spoiled with the Jeppesen plates. Getting the hang of the government issued first. We're about to dive in the IMC there, so but for the most part, I've got our course dialed in, and the frequency dialed in there as well. Let's see, but it's kind of like getting the hang of the throttle version. Is just to get that part of your instrument out of the way, so you can start actually using the jet plates. Oh, who did I say that? So yeah, we're gonna idle these guys here. So as we get down lower into that thicker air, these engines love that thick air, so they're just gobbling up there, making all that kind of power that we don't need right now. So give y'all another wing view there. Yeah, she is looking pretty, man. Alright. Might need to yank on the spoiler a little bit here. Let's yank on that speed brake. There we go. Just a dab. Dash of speed brake there. Let's see. Make an adjustment here. I'm just making an adjustment, and my rate of descent. About 1,000 foot, we'll lock that in there and let her line out. Alright, so once we kind of get on the backside of that power curve, she does do a good job of slowing down, so we'll back it up a little bit of power just to keep that compressor spinning up. Let's see, apologies for any bitrate issues, guys. I'm on the old Starlink, so depending on what train my dish is hitting on. Alright, we're at 10,000 there. I need a good altimeter. There we go. Alright, we've got about 50 miles, so we'll go ahead and grab about 240 knots. Not in a ginormous hurry, as once we kind of get closer to the terminal area, we'll just set up for a right downwind. Actually, we could have probably, but we'll need to have broken off earlier. Hit the initial approach fix of Monat, and that's fine. We'll run this here. No worries there. Let's just move here. Oh, cool. Too cool. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Man, just gorgeous. This area of the country, West Virginia, Carolinas, is just some gorgeous flying. If you haven't had the opportunity to to fly around this area, definitely take it. It is just freaking phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Well, bumpy, but phenomenal. Oh man, let's see. Grab a little more power. Come on, there we go. Alright, that's just kind of going through a mental checklist here. So your radar altimeter again, designing for 2 people. That's crazy, guys. 7 hours, that's sad. So we got 200 there set for our decision altitude. Go ahead and get that recog light on, though. I don't think I missed anything. We'll go ahead and arm this. We're trying to get as much done now as we possibly can. Another thing of note on rollout, we gotta, it stinks, I hate doing it, but once we kind of get to a point to where rudder's no longer effective, we're gonna have to do this number here like down, click the steering lock, and then try to get back up without getting our view up without. Probably should have plugged up my track IR, but maybe I. It will be all right. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I want to try to kind of stay. I don't want to get too much lower than this right now. I think 5,700 is kind of our limit there as far as how low I want to take it. We can also get terrain up, kind of help us increase our situational awareness a little bit. Then at this point we'll be kind of leaning out as well to take a look at the wings, see if we're picking up any ice. Not sure if you guys can see that there, and yeah buddy, we're getting some ice, but no worries, we'll get that windshield heat on. Come on, Mark, hopefully you got it programmed in there, and it's gone. Yep, it is gone. So these aren't electrically, how can I do it? How can I describe it? So they're not electrically heated. It actually sends bleed air from, I call them tear ducts, but it sends bleed air through these little tear ducts here, and that's actually what provides heat for the windows. Alright, getting pretty close there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy synced up with my heading bug, and we'll go ahead and jump on heading mode there. Looking good there, and actually let's go ahead and get that on. Wing stab heat, get those on, get the nacelle heat on as well. I don't know if he's incorporated the visual icing effects just yet, but never can be too safe, and we can verify that indeed is on with the nacelle heat and windshield heat's both on, so we are kosher. And again, if we can't get into Roanoke for a reason, we'll plan. We got alternate. Got a Charlotte as our alternate, so we'll get up, we'll fly the mist, and get to a safe altitude and get planned up for Charlotte. Rather not do that in the stream, but you can never say never in 2023. Yeah, they're supposed to be visual eyes and on the windshield. Oh, cool, Blue. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I was looking for it. He's gotten everything else. I'm pretty sure he would have. I did see it on the windshield there, so that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, I think wing temp. I think these. I'm not sure if these are active yet, but if I'm not mistaken, I think you can use that to monitor your wingtip. Alright, getting pretty close. And we'll probably gonna start. Let's see. Vectoring ourselves. Still 180 heading. Getting some actual today, guys. Heck yeah. No chasing IMC for us. Let's see if we can get down for the kiddo wakes up here. He's due for a wake up here in a minute. Might get a first officer barging in the office here in a moment. Oh man. Alright, looking pretty good here. Not trying to bust the sound barrier, so I'm okay with that speed. Let's see, what's our gas looking like? Tip should be pretty much depleted. Yeah, so both our left and right tips pretty much depleted. So we got most of our go juice in the wings there. So it's about 35, so sounds good. And it's burning about 400 an hour per side, so about 800 total. we're definitely in icing conditions there. Alright, as we get a little closer here, let's go ahead and dial her down to about 6,000. Do 6,000. I remember seeing 5,700 on the plate there for our MSA, so let's go ahead and do that. So again, we're going to, let's see, Winter Shoal disengage. It's supposed to go automatically, but probably not. That's alright. Alright, so let's see. You're dialed in. You being janky? Tell you to do that. Got 6,000 there. Let's see. And this being janky. That's alright. So we'll just click our barrel here. That is weird. Let's see. Oops. I know I'm hitting the glide slope by accident there. Vertical speed. That should get us down, guys. I tell you what we'll do. Let's turn. Yeah, because we got 6,000 dialed in there. Tell you what we'll do. Tell you what we'll do. Let's aviate here. Let's go ahead and disengage the autopilot. Alright, my controls. Let's head and fly it. Here to do what we want. Now, does she hold it, or she's going to be jank? Let's see. There, now she's doing something. Alright. How's it not? Alright, it's about 2,000 per minute. Let's see if I can get 15. Alright, roll that power back. And it's saying, hey, you're not making enough power to run the bleed system. To run the anti-ice system. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it's still wanting to hold that altitude for some janky unknown reason. It's alright. So you wonder if I give it to the auto, what will he do? Will he act appropriately, or would he spaz out? Alright. Can you give me a little lower? Give me a little more. Give me a little more vertical speed there. There you go. See, that's all you have to do, fellas. Just gotta talk to her. Just gotta talk to her. I think, I don't know. I see that, and so I'm always, even then though, we still have to keep our hands on the yoke in case we can run into any shenanigans, right? Let's start flying this downwind leg here. $6,000, we'll double check there. We are armed. Let's see if we can kind of refine that downwind. We're going to extend that downwind out a little bit. I want to give us enough time. We can make that turn safely. We're still in icing. Yeah, we're still in icing. So we got to keep the bleed system on. Won't worry about turning that off just yet. We are to the left of the localizer, which is depicted here in our CDI. Why we, even though we're physically, it doesn't make sense, right? So you would assume that our deflection needle will be on the right side, but it's actually accurate there. So we are to the left there. All right, 7,000 foot. Got the indication there. Speed looks good. We'll do a quick scan here on our 6-pack. We are in IMC. All right. We do have DMEs. That's pleased. It's good to see there. We're going to tighten up this downwind. We are a little bit of a ways out. We'll tighten up that downwind, add just a little power. Let's see, it should be hitting some terrain there. My lord, look at that, guys. Holy cow. Minimum safe altitude, guys. Minimum safe altitude. Oh. Message. Give you guys a little outside the chain real quick. About as much as I can give right now. Sorry. Oh man, let's see here. Yeah, I wanted to come out kind of wide there. We're about 10 miles. We're about 10 miles to the east of the field, which is cool. Like I said, I want to give ourselves plenty of time. Because we don't have those extra set of hands to make all those changes and configuration changes, right? So I want to give ourselves as plenty of time as possible. Let's see. It's a little warmer, but I don't know, guys. I think we're gonna leave the we might go ahead because we want as much performance out of the engines as we can possibly get. So if we can get away and not have these guys on, let's go ahead and do that. I will leave the windshield heat on for right now. If we notice it gets a little janky, there's a swing there. If we notice it gets a little janky, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. We'll turn them back on. So we'll. Alright, now we're getting a little closer to a localizer there. We're getting that swing. Alright, I'm gonna straighten her out right here. We'll do 160. Your glide slope needles coming alive also. We can also identify it as well. The wing view. Whew. My goodness. Almost to our base turn here. understand if we need to cheese it. Wow. Alright, what are we looking like? Okay. So we'll come out here a little more. Alright, so we're going to reduce the power here a little bit, gear it to about $180, and then we're going to drop flaps 8. We'll call for flaps 8, and we'll start a base turn. Alright, speed checks, flaps 8. Alright, and we'll go ahead and start that base leg. We'll look for 240. 240, so we're going to dial in there, starting that base leg. Then we'll maintain, we'll go ahead and that altitude here, we'll go ahead and walk her down to 10 to, talk today, 4,000. But both of it. That's weird. She should be coming off there. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and keep that turn in. We'll do 290. Go ahead and arm nav here shortly. That is weird. We should be able to dial. That's strange. Work on that's working on flying the airplane, though. We'll figure it out here later. There we go, got the swing there. Go back to 300. Come on, buddy. You need to get a little lower. Man, that's weird. That is very weird. Alright, let's see if we can get the loc. And I get I'm sure it is indeed a challenge to dial in all of the little nuances that comes with mimicking a such a old configuration, so I totally get it there. Alright, there's a swing. Not a huge fan of that either. It should have stayed armed. Looks like she's capturing though, looking good. Go about 180 there, speed looks good. Go ahead and sync up our heading buck in case she gets weird. I don't like capturing from this high, but we'll see what she does. If not, again, we'll... Alright, she caught it. Oh, she caught it. Alright, let's go ahead and call, let's go ahead and call gear down. Alright, gear down and landing lights on. And IMC, I don't like turning on my landing lights until the last minute there. Recog's on. Ignition's on both sides. Let's see, let's go ahead and work some flappage here. Guys, a little wing views here for the books. Whoops. Alright. Looking pretty good here. Man, it's so gorgeous. Whew. See if I can give you guys as much as I can there. Got some rain bands there. Man, it's cool. Gotta see the runway yet? I don't see it. Trying to hold off on flaps 20 until definitely want to try to keep my airspeed up in case we got to go missed. It's one thing you don't want, especially in conditions like this, and I've seen this real world where it's like, man, okay, visibility's looking good, and all of a sudden a band of rain comes out of nowhere, and there goes your minimum, so you got to go miss. So I don't think 2020 will do us that dirty. Hope not, at least. Let's go ahead and call flaps 20. Got a little rain there. I thought I saw a little bee there. Looking good. I tell you, I still use X-Plane, but you just cannot beat the freaking ambience of 2020. My Lord in heaven. Oh my goodness. I got a screenshot. Whoop. Sorry, y'all. Alright. On the aviate. Yeah, so we're keeping that speed up. Again, we're planning to go miss if we need to. Hit the go around button, gear up, flaps up, and send it. Pitch for, I think it's like 9 degrees, I believe. So in case the flight director gets wonky. Looking for the runway, y'all. Where is it? Where is it? Looking for the runway environment. Now our FO would be calling. He'd be calling our altitudes here since the radar altimeter is on his side. And we got the runway environment there. Let's go ahead and call flaps 40 and my controls. And wait, we had the runway. Okay, who I was about to say. Alright, definitely gonna need a little power here.
$500.
And we're gonna call stable there. Speed back. Hold her off, hold her off, hold her off, hold her off. I'm out of it. Speed brake deployed. And brakes deployed both sides. On the brakes. Now I'm going to work on getting our dangers stopped. I'm out of the reverses there. Before I put that steering lock on, because I'm telling you guys, there's a booger. Hold on. Alright. We got noseable steering. Alright, let's see here. I think we, actually, we can exit here. Then we'll take Alpha back. Alright, the after winning checklist, go get the strobes off. We'll leave the recogs on. I believe the GA ramp's like over here somewhere. Let's see, get you out of the way. Ignition off. Radar altimeter off. We'll go ahead and get that off. What else I don't need? Taxi lights off. Alright, we'll call after landing checklist complete. Gorgeous flight, guys. My goodness, what a phenomenal flight. Man, that was cool. It's something about shooting those approaches, man. They get cleaned up here. And right on time. Well, first officer's up, so right on time. We'll probably park here and up here, and then we'll call it. We will call it. Alright, let's see. I have a IMC yet. Yeah, Blue, definitely take some time, man. She's a handful, brother. She's a handful. And I mean, there's definitely still some kinks that need to be worked out for sure. Oh, come on, buddy. But she holds an ILS just fine. Our nav approaches, again, will need to be flown about as manually as you can get. But they can be done. I don't know. I don't think this is signature at all. But let's see. We'll make a turn here. Yeah, I doubt this is signature, but guess what? It's going to be signature today. Oh, man. We'll pull up here. Pull up to some bigger hangar, I guess. I don't know. All right. Trying to walk and chew gum at the same time here. All right. The taxi lights on. And we'll call it here. We'll go ahead and block the It'll be flying. We're carrying organs, dang it. Alright. Go ahead and get a let's see here. Check down flow. Cabin air off both sides. Cabin pressure delta is 0. Alright, this guy and this guy. Sweet. Man, I love those engines. Oh my goodness. Ah, alright, let's go ahead and get the door open and I'll leave you guys there. We'll leave the power on. Let me go ahead and get the beacon off actually. Tell you, man, these single pilot Learjet ops are going to have to end. They're going to have to hire somebody to help us out. Oh, excuse me there. Alright, let's see if we can do it. So we'll open this guy. There we go. Should be a little pop there. So should be able to push this dude open. And in theory, be able to open that, and that should come open. There we go. Sweet. Awesome guys. Thank you guys for joining me on this medical transport. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to you guys who have also decided to pick this guy up and try it out for yourselves. It's definitely a challenge, but man, it's probably one of the most rewarding aircraft in sim. So if you're on the fence, you know, just be patient with it, get you some hours in it, and have a blast. Well, till next time, guys, happy holidays. We'll hope to have a Close Surf podcast show before end of year. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you.